All right, so I'm here with Bud. Bud, how are you?
How am I?
How are you?
I don't have too many complaints right now. I'm obviously on the street.
How long you been on the street for?
This time, 2 years.
2 years. What led up to you being on the street?
Um, Probably, to tell you the truth, the prices of fentanyl on the West Coast is too great.
Is that where you're originally from, the
Yeah.
West Coast? What part?
Southern California.
California. How did you How did you end up on the East Coast?
I got a
Like what made you come here?
well. Uh, I was kind of bored and tired, and I was just sick of being there. And I saw the East Coast as a escape. And I've always known about Philly because some people that came to my chick that came to my methadone clinic years ago, told me about it and told me it's uh, it's a place where there's always been more heroin addicts using, so there's more of it. It's more they're more accepting of it.
Yeah. What was your first impression when you got here?
Well,
They go out there telling them I'm one.
I saw a lot of people in one spot, and I saw a lot of heroin addicts, and I saw some good prices, and I saw when I got off the train, off the Amtrak, I was here within 15 minutes. I didn't, I asked some questions and I got here. And it's just kind of crazy being in a city you've never been in one. It's like it blocks out the sun.
What did you do when you first got here?
When I first got here, I went and I picked up right away.
Yeah. You have any family back home?
My parents have passed.
Any kids?
I have two daughters that I just found out about, one and then one from another. I didn't just find out, I knew a little bit, and then it's more confirmed, and then another one, and I hope I have a third, but I've never been in any of their lives, but I'd like to be.
Yeah. Do you have any kind of support system? Like if you needed somebody, could you call anybody? Or is it just you out here? No?
No, the only support system I thought I had, it's just a lie. It's just swept out from underneath me. Every time I try to use it at the point where I need it, it's always, it's like well known that, to me, I'm now know for sure this person is my enemy. I believe there are abusers inside of our families and around us, and that we don't even know about them. And they're just undermining us as all along the way. It's my fault that I'm here. It's my fault that I'm an addict, in a way. I've been this way since 1990, and I've only had a few years here and there, no longer than 2 years of sobriety.
How did you get clean the times you did?
The times I got clean was in jail, and the other time was when something like just really awful things were happening everywhere, and to other people, maybe some deaths here and there, and I had something wrong with my hand. I had an operation and went into a recovery home far away from where I was using. That's my idea for people. Another idea I have to get is, when I got out of jail, I made a beeline to some other part of the country. I mean, you got to get hundreds of miles away from where you were using to a place where nobody even talks about it. It's not even in anyone's mind. They're not going to mention it. Not know it. It's just they don't do it. It's just an idea I throw out.
Do you have any desire to get clean again, or what are your thoughts on that?
I do, but man,
Scared of the withdrawals?
This withdrawal is so hard on somebody. I'm 53, about to be 54.
What does it feel like for the people who may not know?
Oh my God, it's totally debilitating with the throwing up and the shitting at the same time. And it just feels like the anxiety is so bad. It is so debilitating because your cheek is on the pavement. Or you just ain't using the shit. You ain't using what I'm using. Your cheek, what people we know, your fucking face is on the floor and you ain't moving. You know what I mean? And it comes with a whole new, like, litany of different things. You're contorted, you're twisted. It's gnarly, man. And I went to a detox out here and I just bailed on it. I just left after like 24 hours, right at about 24 hours. And even with the methadone, I can't stand all these, I call them revers. These people, they come by, if they see a pedestrian, they go "Wah!" with their thing. Nobody likes it.
How's the violence out here?
The violence is real.
Yeah.
The violence is real, man. If you don't keep yourself going somewhere, doing something, and carry a weapon with you all the time, you're gonna have a problem.
What's the worst thing that's happened to you out here?
Had a gun pulled on me over a lighter. I got my lighter back, by the way. And I was attacked with a hammer, but luckily the guy was like 19 and didn't know what he was doing, because it could have been it.
Yeah.
So,
what's your biggest fear about being out here?
really, I'm gonna probably mention some of it. I don't know what I want to say is my biggest fear, because I feel like somebody could take advantage of me with it. But
You fear dying?
Get me seeing.
yeah, so bitch. I fear. I need to get back home. I'm trying to get back home, man. I'm trying to get a Greyhound or an Amtrak out of here, man.
What would you do if you got on that Greyhound and got off in California?
I'd have to face the music of what I left behind. What's maybe I'd be able to figure some more things out.
Do you feel like there's so much of a mess, like you don't even know where to start to fix it?
And so do a lot of people here.
Yeah.
It's like, I see what happens. You know what I mean? I had someone taking care of my stuff, and the second something happened to me, I thought I could call and everything would be okay, and I'd just get back, because you know what I mean? I had the funds to do it, but it just seems like they don't want to see me, because maybe they'll have to give up a little something when I come back. It's just sick. People are sick. And,
You referring to an ex?
I wish I had an ex, man. I wish I had an ex, man.
Does it get lonely out here with having nobody?
It does.
Yeah.
It does, but, you know what I mean? If I'm not good enough for her or the women, then that's my case. That's just the way I got to live it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I am, I am. Whenever she is ready to come around, I give them all a chance as much as I can. You know what I mean? And I'll tell them, it's very cold out. It's going to be super cold tonight. If you want to freeze, you can. But you don't have to. You know what I mean? But
if you could have 3 wishes in life, what would they be?
I would be married with children, working and minding my own business, and going to church. That's the best thing that I could do for myself. I mean, for somebody else. I want to get out of myself and not be selfish. I want to be the husband and the father that I was supposed to be.
You can do it.
I'd want to do it. That's what everybody wants. We want peace at night.
Are you recording something? Hey, it's me. Red X autograph.
That's it.
There's your acting. It's I don't know. They're doing something.
If there's
Goodbye, me.
if there's any younger kids, teenagers, etc., who may see this, what would your advice or
Here's
message
what I
to them
have to
be?
tell you. I was 19 years old and I had been through all the drugs. I was cool as cool could be. You know what I mean? I had this, I had that. I was this, I was that. And when heroin came around, it was it was some pills first. I broke my hand. They gave me some pills. It was early 90s, and when heroin came around, I was just going to use it a couple times. It was going to be no big deal. You know what I mean? I didn't really even think about it. And I did it, and everything changed. It is the real deal, and it has captured me for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? And if you are an addict, get away from your family and people that care. Get away and don't be hurting them and leading them on into this and that. Go get done. Don't be a liar. Be responsible for your addiction and go out and do what you can. You can work. You can work. Find places that you can work. I worked all my life. I worked so many jobs. I have so many different jobs.
But I definitely appreciate you sharing your story.
All right. Thank you.